Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Is it our channel or my channel?
Your channel.
He has his own
Play
channel,
safe,
by the way.
Always.
Anyway, guys, today is our anniversary, so we just thought of doing
A kiss.
some sort of one of that.
No.
What a violent kiss, yo.
Yo, it
Anyway.
okay. It's fine.
Okay, so we just thought of sharing a dating stage story time, which I'm gonna share because I know I told you before that I'm gonna tell it to our children, and you're like, but I'm proud
We'll
of our
see.
story. Anyway,
We'll see how it goes.
yeah. But before that, I want us to start with this song. I'm gonna start, ne?
Okay.
I'm gonna say, do you know what today is?
I do.
No, it's our anniversary.
Oh,
You don't know
I
the
don't
song?
know the lyrics.
Oh, okay. Do you know what today is?
Oh, it's our anniversary.
No, not like this. Yeah, guys, we can never. It's fine. Anyway,
You can
you are
try.
not. No. You. It's just stick to playing drums.
Okay.
So we've got questions. I keep looking at them. So we've selected a few questions that we got from Instagram, but I thought, I don't know, which one do you want us to do first? Tell a story or start with answering the questions?
Whichever.
Okay, maybe I think let's answer the
it's
questions
fine.
and then we can go to the stories.
It's okay.
Ne?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So the first question says, how long did you guys date before getting married?
It was 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
We dated for 3 years, and that was
3 years.
since 2018, 2019, 2020, and we got married in 2021.
Yeah, it could have been shorter, but
No, there's no need to explain. But we kind of knew that we actually doing this to get married. Ne? I mean, by the time we reached second year, I think we already knew, because you had already informed the pastor as well.
well, for me, after 3 weeks, I already knew that.
You already knew.
This is it.
Yeah, okay, cool. And I remember there was a time we were dating. I was staying, I think, around here, and you were staying in Midrand when we just met. Ne? So we go to church. We were going to the same church in 4 ways. And then, I don't know, you asked if you can take me to work because you are worried about my car brake pads.
I did that.
You
I'm proud
did.
of myself.
So then he was like, can I come pick you up in the morning? What time do you start work?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You remember? And then you came with your Toyota, and then you picked me up.
Did
at
you
my
have to
place.
say to you, yo?
That Toyota story, guys.
It's fine. Continue.
So he came with his car, and then he took me to work. And then when we came back, you saw a bowl at my place in my kitchen, and then you're like, "Oh, I have the same bowl." Then I answered you. I don't know if you remember. I was like, "Oh, really? So we're gonna have many of them?" Then I immediately said, "Oh, sorry, I'm joking."
Oh, really?
I said it. Men don't remember these details, but we would say something like that by mistake. So that's when I think we kind of knew that, you know what, we
How
actually
did I miss that?
we're actually doing this. As a woman, I think we keep such records, to say, this guy actually said this today. What does it mean? We like to kind of connect the dots, Yeah, so the second question says, what's the most thoughtful thing that your husband has ever done for you that he is not aware of it? Sure, guys, it's his leadership style, the way you lead in our home. He doesn't know. I really cannot mention the things you buy but it's the way he lead. And every time I come across conversations between couples, I actually realize that we do this, but we never really had to have a conversation about it. Like recently on Instagram, there's a couple that was addressing the issue of phones. So someone asked, I think it's the Dlaminis, if you guys know them on Instagram. Someone asked, does your husband or your wife need to have access to your phone? Ne? Then it got me thinking of, we never really had to sit down and say, now that we are married, I need your password, what. It's just literally the way you lead. I see you do it, and I'm led to do the same, right? Those are one of the examples. I remember back then, babe, when we were dating, ne? I needed to drive, I don't know to where. I was telling you that I need to go there and I'm low on data. And you said to me, you can actually have my phone the whole day. And I was shocked, thinking of where I'm coming from.
I was taking chances.
To have access to a guy's phone the whole day, I'm like, really? This guy is really willing, to do that. And when we got serious, and even when we got into marriage, it wasn't the issue. And I realized that a lot of things don't necessarily even need conversations or to put down the rules, but the way a man leads, it just teaches you so much. And the other thing is how you treat my family, right? You don't need to teach me how to love your own family, but by the way you are just a big brother to my siblings, the way you are like my mother's firstborn, literally, it just makes me want to respond the same way. So you see, this is the most valuable thing that my husband has ever done for me, is how he leads me. So many things, he just leads me to submission. It's just so many things that I can mention, but it's literally the way he leads. Even when you got your first job, I remember you came back and you were like, I didn't want to open the contract until you came back. So let's go through it together. To you, you are just being yourself. I know they probably not big deals, but to me, I felt like the way he is doing it, he's actually laying that foundation for us that we need to be transparent. And when I would also get bonus letters or whatever, I would also get so excited and look forward to opening it with him. And we also get to plan our finances together. So then life became easier. So that's the most valuable thing that you've ever done for me. And when I celebrate our anniversary, I actually celebrate that. I owe you sneakers. He loves sneakers.
I think we're on 10 minutes.
Okay, it's fine.
We must record that.
It's sneakers. Fine. Remember, women need to release how many words per day? 20,000 words.
But on those 20,000, the only thing I heard is sneakers.
How did God tell you he was the one? Okay, I'll be quick on this one because we shared it before. For me, when you came to my life, like I said it before, I was in a season in my life where I just wanted God to restore us, my family and I, especially my joy as well. So I didn't know that, I didn't even think I needed a man or to date at that time. So when you started reaching out to me, I would not even save your number, And then until this one time, I remember I was driving, I parked the car at my place, and just when I came out, I saw your number, 07. It's still the same number that you were using. So then I'm like, it's that guy from church. And then I just felt a soft voice, just telling me that, homie, that is the one. You better, put your act together. I don't know how to put it. I can only explain it in my language, babe. But really, if I'm going to be honest, that's how it happened. And then when that voice hit me, I wanted to know him. And I remember going through your socials just to see, who's this guy? He's from Zim. And what kind of a family does he come from? I started being interested. So by the time he asked me out, I felt like I had the confirmation already. And girl, till today, I would still say I do. Okay, cool. I'm going to let you answer this one. It says, how did you keep hope that you'll definitely get married?
How did I what?
How did you have that hope, during dating stage, where we're not going to break up, we'll get married?
Okay. For me, the thing that I knew was going to make us, get married was the way she Yeah, I mean the way she would, she would emphasize on prayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, her other name is Tapelo, which is prayer. So I told myself, I've been telling my cousins that, when you find a woman who prays, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things, that's my things to tick on a box, if there's a box to tick. Because when someone is prayerful, when you get into an argument, I believe God speaks to us. If you're
Yeah.
prayerful, you're spiritual.
Yeah.
So God might speak to her, even if I'm not the one who's wrong and she is wrong and she thinks I'm wrong. And then God will definitely speak to her. Even if I'm wrong,
True story.
God speaks to her, and then before you know it, the issue is resolved.
Yeah.
She comes to you actually and says, you know what, about that thing, I'm sorry, I think we should talk over it. I think I overreacted or something.
Yeah.
I'm not talking from other people's
Experiences.
yeah, exactly, experiences. I'm talking from my personal experience. This happened before, and she has done it.
Really?
Yeah, more than 2 times. Anyway, so yeah, it's prayer for me, and of course, don't judge me, good looks, of course, but
Yeah, your girl is beautiful.
Even my little brother Isaac, he knows that. Yeah, this guy, when he says he has a girlfriend, or when he says it's a make sure. It's a make sure.
Looks are on point.
Yeah. Besides that, the way she was just organized, I feel like I needed someone who would challenge me.
Yeah.
I'm not yet there, but I'm definitely not where I was when I met her.
Sure.
So she always keeps me on my toes like this.
You are being cute.
Yeah, and the rest is
The list is endless. So for me, it was how we got along,
Yeah.
and how we got along. And you used to make me laugh. Remember how I used to laugh at everything you tell me? I used to die, guys. Like, you would know the right buttons. And I felt like at that time, I needed that. I needed the laughter. I needed a best friend. I needed someone I can tell about anything that I'm going through. I remember this one time my mom was not well. But I feel like I was just, during that time, I think I was kind of going through a healing process, although I didn't know the right words to name that season exactly, but I know I needed like God to just restore my joy. So everything will be a trigger for me. So mom was not feeling well, and I was making mistakes. We used to follow each other a lot. Like, if maybe, let's say after church we say let's go grab some lunch, you would follow me or I'll follow you. So I was making lots of mistakes while driving. So after we packed our cars, you asked what's wrong. I told you this is what is going on. You just held my hand and started praying for my mother. That's it. And I learned that that's how he is. Every time, no matter how much you've rent, my husband will never dwell into the issue. He would rather be strong for you. Like, sometimes I'll feel like, are you feeling what I'm feeling? Even with our child, like I would say, this is what I'm noticing about Rova. You go like, don't worry, and go and pray. And for that, I was like, this is the life I want. I want the life where we know we talk to the same God when we go through stuff. When challenges come, I know you can pray. And speaking of, I agree with you on the one where you say, if you're prayerful, even when you disagree on something, it's a healthy disagreement. Recently, something happened. You also don't know. God knows. And it was like really eating me, And I felt like, okay, this is sensitive. I remember, I always do my morning devotions over there.
Yeah.
I sat there and I was like, Holy Spirit, I don't like what my husband did. And I want to be wise about bringing it, bringing it up so that we talk about it. Can I ask for the wisdom to know how to present it to him in a way that, because you know him, he's your child, he will be able to receive it well without being offended? And I ask God for wisdom. So prayer helps you to do that. Sometimes you see where this issue is sensitive. I could address it anyhow. I could start making noise if you do it with the flesh. But prayer just makes you want to be careful. It helps. It tunes you like that. And I did that and I prayed about it. And then a situation presented itself and I felt like this was the moment for me to address the issue. And when I presented it to him, he was like, wow, you are so right. No, I also see it. And I was like, what? Oh, okay, he understands. And then that's how we resolved the issue. So, yeah, I agree with you. Prayer helps.
Which
I'll tell you after recording.
Okay,
actually, I had to pray about it. And you won't believe it. The way we spoke.
Now I'm going to argue. Because
it won't happen because I will always come in peace and you always come in peace.
By the way, guys, she's always talking. So sometimes you end up saying, I'm sorry. When you're not even sorry. I'm joking.
Okay, cool. And then where did you all meet? I think this is the second last question. We won't answer all of them. When did you all meet? When did we meet? Where did we meet?
At church. I met her at church. The first time I spoke. Okay, I had been seeing her in church, like, and she also joined praise and worship.
Yeah.
So I just gathered my guts the other day and went to ask a silly question, but
you're shaking.
She says it's a silly question, but I was genuine about it. I asked a question because that time she was working for FNB.
But you could have gone to the branch.
No, I thought this was better. You know, when you call at FNB, you have to have airtime. You know, it takes time. So I just asked her. I don't even remember, but I asked a question in particular to FNB. And she was too confident. She just looked at me straight in the eye. Like, no, you have to call the consultants.
Yeah, because I'm in IT.
Not consultants, but
the branch, I think.
Whatever, yeah.
Call center. I said call center, yeah.
And I was like, okay, so that's it. But that's how we met. You know.
But you know what? Your friend, the way your friend was, I remember Marshall was at the corner. I felt like you guys discussed it because he's been, Marshall has been coming to me to convince me, Harry, Joe has been such a good guy ever since he never
Marshall
introduced any woman to the pastor. And then that day when you came to greet me, Marshall was just looking at that thing, when guys said, go. Yeah, I felt like it was a discussion to say,
I don't remember telling him.
Today talk to her. Maybe. Yeah, or you don't remember telling him.
Or maybe but he was just spying on me or somehow.
But
I'm joking.
He's been like saying, Joe is this, please, you won't regret. And thanks to you, Masha, you were right. I don't regret. So the last question, how did you navigate a dating season as Christians? You want me to navigate a dating season?
Okay, can answer.
Okay, for me, I think the church we go to helps a lot with this because they do cover teachings around relationships, marriage, and dating. So they don't only focus on the married, they also focus on the singles as well. So our pastor actually always say, if you're single, raise your hand. And then he emphasized to say, even if you are dating or in a relationship, you are single.
Yes.
So then we'll have sessions like that. And I think they have them 4 times a year, if not 2 times a year, but they have them more often.
About 3, yeah.
3, yeah. So, obtaining knowledge regarding dating stages, what to look for in a man, what to look for in a woman. It actually really helped us to understand what dating is actually about and the different stages of. Maybe we can link our church YouTube channel so that if you are looking for this kind of content, you can actually go and learn a lot from there. So our pastors cover this a lot. I learned a lot, and I learned about dating skills as well, right? And now we go into the juicy part, which is our dating story time. And I'm going to talk about the first date. If you're comfortable, I'm going to throw you under the bus. Yeah, guys, you see that says, but again, marry a man with a vision. Something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. So I forgot I'll put the code there, guys. So, my brother asked me out on a date, ne? And he was going to a gig and he wanted to turn that into a date, and actually it turned out so well. So he was playing in a restaurant.
I mean, it was Valentine's Day. So what you...
Yeah, actually our first date was on a Valentine's Day, yes. So then he asked me to come after work, and then he sent me the address and everything. And then I went. When I got there, he said to me, you know what? I'm actually broke. I don't have money today. So I only have this. I don't remember. Did you have 300 rands or 250?
200.
It was 250.
250.
It was 250. Then he said, you're going to eat not more than 200. I will have a drink.
Yeah, well, that 250, I wanted to give her 50 rand for petrol, because that time I think...
yeah, is that time you were
10
putting
rand.
the 50 rand?
Yeah, what?
I'm joking.
Anyway, 1 liter was around 10 rand or 15.
You even knew the 1 liter price.
Hey, I have to calculate this thing. So at least I calculate that, okay, that's 50 rand, at least if I give her for fuel too. And she goes back to her place. At least
But
I know she has fuel.
I didn't put fuel. So then you said you're going to have a drink. So I was feeling bad to say, no, you can have it. But here's the thing, ne, guys, that's what charmed me. Like, that's what stood out for me. I don't want to lie. I was like, this guy is so honest. As opposed to, when a guy wants to take you out on a date and they want to flash the money and take out black cards and take you to this, just to give you the impression. I felt like he just came as he was at that time. And
Buddy, come as you
are. And he didn't have to act like someone is not. So that's what I'm saying. Going back to how you lead, baby. I had no choice but to also just be me. I didn't have to put on makeup or just obviously you put effort to look good.
Yeah, I won't forget that day, guys. Yeah.
You obviously you put effort to look good and everything, but
yeah, because when she walked in, she came late. Of course, I think it was
I came after work, that's why.
Yeah. So, but she came a bit late when we were already playing. So
when you saw me, I was looking.
I couldn't focus. But anyway, it's a story for another
day. I was looking beautiful and all, but I'm saying I didn't need to hide even my brokenness. I didn't need to hide my background. I didn't need to, because I used to hide. Like if someone comes and flash all those things, and let's say maybe I'm battling with the issue of not having a father, I can just lie and say I also have a father. You get me? But the way you were, it made me see, okay, here, I don't have to lie about the fact that I'm dealing with the void of not having a father figure. I can actually open up to you to say these are my scars and this is me. So yeah, I really loved that, and that's how our date went.
What also challenged me was, okay, I told you that, this is the money that I have. I think you ordered something like for 150. With maths, I'm very sharp. So I'm looking at
money mates.
Yeah, I'm looking at her. So I see the food coming when I'm on stage. I'm like, okay. And this girl's not eating. She's not eating at all. She waits for the set to end. So I knew that because it was a hotel, playing at a hotel. So it was almost like a regular gig, whereby so they know that we come at some point of the month, and then besides the money that they pay you as a hotel, they also offer you dinner as the band. So I knew that okay, if she eats, if I get too hungry, I'm also going to eat with the band.
With the band.
Yeah, but I didn't tell you.
And the second date, actually, you used the band food as our date.
No.
But you remember, baby?
No,
we ate with them.
Anyway, let me finish. Anyway, so what challenged me, what amazed me actually is, okay, she's not eating, I'm playing, and then after we're done with the first stage, she comes to me, well played, and that was so amazing. Let's eat. I'm like, no, it's your food. No, let's eat together.
I actually did that.
So I was like, okay. So she waited
forgot.
for me to finish
Set.
the first set, and then we eat together. I think I told her, no, don't worry about food. I'm gonna eat later. Said, no, let's eat together. We ate. Okay, I just ate, but she ate most of the stuff. So for me, it was a good thing that she had to wait for me to finish the whole set and then eat with me. So basically, I thought to myself, okay, if this person is like this, what about what more in marriage? We are going to be able to have something. And she's not going to
like that.
She's not going to
like
be in,
that.
yeah. She's not going to be in a situation or position to say, "This is mine. I got it." She has the art of sharing. She has the art of giving. And it just changed me. And as if it was enough, everything that she would buy, like even up to this day, if she goes out, if she buys chicken licken, she makes sure she leaves some for us, the family.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would just go out and eat.
Yeah. I actually
only when I'm coming home,
realize.
then I'll be like, I'm full, but I'm going home. But the first days I would just buy and come home and act as if nothing happened. But I tell you, she changed me. That thing of sharing and having
even the little things, even a little chocolate. I always think, let me leave some for baby. So I think we continue to share. Like I was telling Millie that I don't know how to not share even the smallest thing. If even at work, sometimes if I see something that you love and I'm about to buy lunch, I always say, have you eaten lunch that side? If you say no, I'm like, if you're coming to pick me up, I see morojo. Then I'll leave that morojo for him. So I didn't see it that way actually. But
I love my veggies. That's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, I didn't really see it that way. Thank you so much. So that's our dating stage story time. And things that you probably didn't know about us and how we started. But more than anything, we met where we were both like just getting started in our careers, honestly. And I was looking forward to building with him and I enjoy it. We together, God has blessed us with a child and we are content with what we have and the pace that which God is growing us. We're looking forward for more. We recently started a business together, which we believe is a vision from God, and this is a legacy for our children as well. So there is intimacy, in building together, guys. If you are in dating stage right now and you feel like, we're starting from nothing, please don't be discouraged. As long as you make God your foundation, He's going to show you guys. Support each other, love each other throughout every season. Share, the little that you have, and honor God with that.
Just be open about everything.
Be open about everything. If you don't have, you don't have. If you have, you have.
And you work.
Friend. Yeah, exactly.
She's actually your best friend.
And your partner.
She's more likely not to to take you down. So unlike other friends and stuff, we are all human.
We are all human.
But trust me, guys. I think
your wife becomes your best friend as well as your husband as well. Someone said it's important to be each other's peace. Life sometimes can be hard, full of challenges and everything. But having someone that I'm going home to my wife, I know that when I get there, even if I have the stupid idea, to her it will never be stupid. She will actually encourage me. If she thinks it's not so good, she will have a wise way of communicating that and actually bringing the best, So that's how building together is for us. We actually love it. I actually wouldn't have it any other way. So we've went on similar dates, and there was a time there were seasons where he actually was able to make lots of money, and he would take me out on proper dates. But it was so nice because now we know, and we also, I think we got to a point where we actually budget for our dates. To say, okay, how much are we spending if we're going to go out for this? We agree on that. So it also teaches us to be responsible in our finances as well. So, guys. And must I move to the next question? We did, right?
What?
We covered the questions in our dating.
Yes.
You actually covered it. We were going to answer the question, what are the things that you liked more about me when we were dating? And I feel like
we
our
covered.
story time covered that. So that's it. Today we're celebrating our anniversary.
Yes.
Hey. 2 years.
Yeah.
And forever to go. Please
Yeah.
celebrate with us, guys. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Give it some love, like, share, and let us know which part of our story you love the most.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. It's time for us to say goodbye.
to say bye and celebrate.